Hey guys, head over to my shop at uniquelyus.com. That is UNEQUELYUS.com for designs that I've made.
You know me, an OG, pick only what's OP, and nobody owe me no thing but a trophy and a fat check. With mad zeros like tempo, put my enemies in boxes like bento.
Hey everyone, Speedy Tempo here, and today I'm back with another reaction, and I'm kind of going back to my reaction roots on this channel because today I'm reacting to a MLP audio drama episode, and it's actually one of the first audio dramas that I started reacting to a few years ago, and it's for good reason because I'm the lead voice actor in it, and you guys might know or remember what it is. It's called The Apprentice, the Student, and the Charlatan, and it is made by TrueSailorComet and on her channel. Links to her channel and the video will be in the description below. And this video is, I think, about a year old at this point, and I just never got around to recording a reaction for it because life. So, but I'm getting to it now, and I know that this year I started reacting to the actual MLP show for the final season, and also started reacting to other MLP stuff, and also started reacting to other things besides My Little Pony stuff, like the Hazard Hotel reaction that I got a bunch of views on, and most recently the Dragon Short Z video. So I'm kind of, like I said, I'm going back to my roots a little bit here, and this is about 55 minutes long, and I'm ready for it. There's a viewer discretion advised message at the beginning of this video, so all youngins, especially with that COPPA law or whatever it's called coming in, you better not watch this. So before we get started, you saw in the intro my e-commerce shop, uniquelyus.com, link in the description below. Also shout out to my Patreon patrons, which includes Brickface Productions. So with that out of the way, let's get started in 3, 2, oh, the episode's called Love and Hate, by the way. It's episode 4. 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah, minor language and suggestive humor used in this episode. Viewer discretion is advised. I forgot to set my audio to go into my headphones. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Alright. 3, 2, 1, now. Yep, viewer discretion advised.
Previously on The Apprentice, the Student, and the Charlatan.
Previously.
But if you cannot stay at Railside Inn, and you refuse to stay at Canterlot Castle, where can you stay?
My parents' house.
Twilight?
Okay.
Tell us you were going to be
It's good that I have a little recap.
Who's your friend, Twilight?
Mom,
Because
this is Novashine.
it's been a while since I watched
This
episode
night
3.
apprentice.
I've managed to find your son. I found him today in Canterlot as he made his way to Canterlot Castle with the royal guard and a unicorn mare.
You fool! After he spent the last 10 years running, do you really think that running right up to him and trying to convince him to come
Although
back
it might
would
sound
work?
a little confusing if you hear my voice
I am
coming
prepared to
from
offer
me
you
and hear my
weekly
voice coming
sum
from
of 10,000
Nova
bucks
at the same
if
time.
you will agree to follow and to keep an eye on Nova. What?
It's basically the same
Nova,
voice.
get your flank up there and talk to her.
Want to talk about our feelings like pathetic, sappy, touchy-feely ponies do?
As you
What
can
do you
hear.
want?
Quick question, actually. Do you happen to know a place in Ponyville that rents rooms for a low price that's not an inn?
Nova, are you seriously asking to move in with me?
What if I were to say that we would work together to find the source of these nightmares and put an end to them?
I would say that is a good idea. But don't you have a job?
Nope.
I really wish I didn't have this lisp.
That means I could simply do magic-oriented jobs around town, and in my off time, I could spend more time searching for a way to end these nightmares of ours.
Why would you need to live in my library?
It's simple, really. My home in Naden has a fairly decent study, but compared to a normal library, it's inferior. Second, other cities may come with better resources, yes, but Ponyville would put me closer to you. You're a fellow student, you run a library, and you're also suffering from these nightmares, meaning that Ponyville would make it most convenient for us.
Yeah.
Do you even have a plan? This all sounds nice, but do you even have any idea where you're going with this?
While it is true that we don't know who could be casting these dreams on us, we can still try to find out what that ruin and error-free forest is and look into it. Well, since you don't seem to have any more objections, and you haven't backed
Objection!
down, I look forward to working with you, Miss
Sorry, I couldn't help
Marvel.
myself.
And you as well, Nova.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 It's been a while since I heard the song. It's still a bop though. I never noticed before, but I never noticed that the screen was just, 4x3 before. Now that I have a better screen, I guess it's kind of like glaring out at me. Episode 4, Love and Hate. Trottingham.
Get back to the trailer.
Oh, Trixie.
What a load of rubbish. Boo! Get off the stage, you talentless fraud.
Get off the stage! Hey, you suck!
Go back where you came from and take your stupid looking hat with you.
Wow, they really.
Great and powerful Trixie. What a load of bollocks that is.
You suck!
I can't believe you're doing this. Get out of here.
Keep it in control. Keep it in control.
They really love to have it.
Just get it out of your system. You know it's going to happen. Keep it in control. Oh, fuck it!
She teleported to a bar?
Felt good.
Or teleport out of a bar? Something like that?
Keep it in control. Keep it in control. No. Let it out. You need it.
Having a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde situation here, I think. It's kind of hard seeing Trixie like this after
Trixie ever do to deserve this?
I've seen the last few seasons of that show.
Cosmic force that's in control of this society, that enough is enough. First, I am humiliated in Ponyville. My wagon gets broken by an Ursa Minor. Then I'm taken over by some weird amulet. And my wagon mysteriously falls off a bucket mountain after I just got it fixed. And on top of all of that, I can't get rid of these stupid nightmares that keep me from living the rest of my hopeless life.
Yeah, she's having nightmares too, just like Nova and Twilight are. Yeah, sometimes you just have to cry when you're really in a bad
Where am I
state,
even
in a bad
going?
place.
Don't you think Twilight's
Probably the best thing to do.
Really? I guess that settles it. Looks
I guess
like
it even
I'm
includes
headed
if you have
back
two voices in your head.
to Again.
And glowing pink eyes. That was me.
Ah!
Novia is so clumsy.
I'm okay.
You don't sound okay.
I'm fine. See? All good.
You and Meeple.
You look radiant this morning.
Thank you. I don't think it's enough to balance my sleep schedule out again, but it's a start.
Special occasion today?
No, just felt like a little treat, given the lack of nightmares.
I see.
They eat butter.
What are your plans for today?
Well, first I'll be working with Miss Shirley and Miss Rarity.
Speedy Bell's just that much closer to being able to control her magic, and I thought I'd be a good teacher to help make that happen. Then after that, Lyra Heartstrings apparently got her hooves on some sort of spell she wants me to cast.
That doesn't sound good. Be careful, won't you? She is one of the...
Eccentric.
ponies less grounded in reality that live here.
I think I'll be fine. After all, I currently live with one of those. I seem to remember hearing about a time you panicked at the thought of not having a French report for the week. But after that, you wanted me to pick up that book on alchemical magical theory for my house.
Which I have to do once my first 2 tasks are done. Am I still good on rent, by the way?
You've got a week to pay for next month.
Should have it all by tonight.
How are you doing with your research into the nightmares?
Not well. The books on archaeology mention only 3 ruined buildings in the forest. Those being the old castle and this little watchtower to the north over by Trottingham. And they're not even sure what I was for. There's this other building that was apparently a bank of some kind, so it doesn't sound like our place.
Funny, I remember recording these lines, but I don't remember the context really.
There are quite a few places that the archaeologists don't seem to want to go.
I'm obviously missing something. But what?
Is it in plain sight or is it hidden?
You know, you could always ask the princesses, or even pay a visit to some of the doctors at the Canterlot Museum of History, and...
No.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that.
Speaking of the princesses...
I should know.
Has Princess Luna assigned you anything while you've been here?
Nope. She knows I'm here.
Doesn't seem to mind, really.
She told me I can ask her for help if I need to. But, given that I asked her for help with the nightmares and she hasn't done anything, I think I'll pass.
But if the nightmares really are magically induced, she can't do anything about them to begin with.
It wasn't that she couldn't help, it was that she came off as though she didn't want to.
Well, I think I'm going to get an early start to the day.
See you in a few hours then?
Have a good day.
Up, there she is.
Trixie?
Novashine?
Trixie?
Twilight?
Twilight?
Spike!
Donkey!
What are you doing here?
Trixie can't ask you
couldn't help
the
myself.
same question, Novus.
I live here, Lula Moon. What about you? Pretty sure you don't.
You live
Some past history,
here.
as you can tell.
Strange. Trixie thought that she lived here.
She does. I pay rent. What about you? You look... homeless.
Is there something I can help you with?
Twilight Sparkle. Trixie hates to admit it, but she, needs your help.
Wait. You're actually admitting you need help?
Yes, you insufferable plebeian. Trixie needs Twilight Sparkle's help.
Hang on.
Don't call me a pleb.
Look.
You pleb.
You'd better come inside, Trixie. I've got a few questions I need to ask you.
Very well. Trixie will grace this library with her presence. What sort of questions?
Simple ones even you can answer. What's causing you to have this lack of sleep?
Trixie never said that she was losing sleep.
Oh, please. Twilight here's been having a sleeping problem herself lately.
What are you, a sleep doctor now?
No. But let's just say I have some expertise in the area and leave it at that. Twilight has been having some serious nightmare problems that we've been trying to solve.
Well then, you will probably have to help Trixie, and Trixie assures you she is none too pleased with this arrangement.
The feeling's mutual.
What's up with you two? Trixie didn't act this way when she was around Twilight.
I think it should be obvious. We have...
History. Yep.
Oh shit!
You watch your language. I don't ever want to hear you say that again.
But Nova says it all the time. How come he gets
I do.
Nova is a grown stallion, though I wish he'd watch what he said around young and impressionable drakes.
Princess Rill is so good in this role.
You do seem to show a lot of the same symptoms as Twilight does when she's dangerously low in sleep.
And not just saying that
We'll
because
discuss
we're
what the nightmares
castmates.
are about later, because right now I have work to do. Be seeing you both.
What's with those 3D glasses?
How do you know Novus?
They get those from Discord?
I'm Princess Celestia's student.
Trixie knows that, but how do you know him?
Well, isn't it obvious? If I'm Princess Celestia's student and he's Luna's apprentice, then it would make sense that we know each other and work together.
He's what now?
Wait, you do know Nova's the Knight Apprentice, right?
The hell's a Knight Apprentice?
Right. Another lovely word for a little dragon to know. He's Princess Luna's personal student. Like how I'm Princess Celestia's, he's Princess Luna.
Face on Trixie.
Oh. Well, it's about time something good happened to him.
What? But
She looks so full of herself.
hang on. You two just... What was that argument then? If you seem to actually be positive about him getting something that you didn't?
Oh, Twilight Sparkle. Just because we argue like that doesn't mean we hate each other. Trixie and Nova go way back.
I could tell.
It's like a brother and sister
Nova were
relationship.
rivals in primary school. Besides you, Trixie never thought she had a more worthy rival. It was mostly friendly.
Mostly?
Before a certain incident. Has Nova told you anything about it?
About what?
Obviously not then. He has not told you. Even Trixie doesn't feel like it's her place to say. But let's just say, Trixie unfairly benefited from something Nova deserved. It was not Trixie's intention to do so, but the damage was done. Trixie is not surprised he reacted so.
Actually, that makes sense from what I heard the other night.
The poor Colt has had a hard life, and this is
A
coming
hard
from
knock
me.
life
The man
for
who
me.
had to spend a whole year on a rock farm.
You have my pity. Hang on. Am I to take it
Forgive me
that
for
you
the
actually
helicopter.
care about him a bit?
Trixie's the most caring pony you know, so it should come as no surprise to find out that Trixie does.
Right.
I'm...
A better question for you, Twilight Sparkle, is how good was he?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, come on! You seem to be in better than usual mood this morning. Trixie saw the looks you were giving him. Need Trixie go on?
How good was Nova at what?
How do you hear that?
Go do your chores.
Oh man. Right when
His
the
hearing must be really
conversation was
good.
getting interesting.
Well, this Trixie
We
is really
didn't
whispers
do that
loud.
last night, Trixie.
You should see the look on your face. Priceless. But seriously, how strong is he in magic?
Strong? He's a lot better than he thinks he is.
Trixie doesn't understand. Care to elaborate?
He spent a lot of time learning with Princess Luna. He is very proficient, but in his own words, he's a lot better with theory than with the actual act. What? What's so funny?
So you were saying he knows what to do, but he has no idea how to do it. Wow, I'm surprised he lasted the whole night.
What are you talking about? Trixie!
Wow, Trixie. I didn't mean to do that.
You're doing really great, Sweetie Belle.
Thanks, Mr. Novashine. I'll be right back, Sweetie Belle. I need to get more silk.
Hey, Rarity.
Piece I need.
Hey, Cheerily.
What else?
Okay, Sweetie Belle still doesn't
Just
have
keep
her.
working with her at school, aren't
Yeah, still doesn't have her. Well, they don't still have their cutie marks. They still don't have their cutie marks yet, so it's still before
you?
season
Anthropomorphization. Miss
5.
Heartstrings, this spell does not look like a working spell.
Oh,
Actually,
poppycock.
since Twilight isn't
I
an
bought it
apprentice,
from a
that it's
store I
still
trust in
probably
Camelot. Why would they sell
pre-season
me
3
faulty
finale.
merchandise?
You would be surprised, but it's still a very faulty spell. None of this even looks anything like transformative magic.
Just cast the damn spell.
Yep.
Seriously, did she have to blame me for the crappy spell not working?
A plague of both their houses.
Well, that's not a very nice thought to have.
I
am not nice! I remember recording that too. I was told to sound like Skeletor. Skeletor! Something like that.
It's you.
It's me. I think I'd look good in a wizard's hat.
I think so too. I feel like me and Nova are like this, like peas in a pod.
Impressive. Where'd you learn to do that?
As Trixie spent more and more time alone on her own, she had to learn how to climb to high, hard-to-reach places, so as to save her mana for her shows. Over time, Trixie just became good at it.
I see. Any particular reason why you were up there?
Twilight kicked Trixie out of the library. Seemed to think Trixie's teasing was going too far. Trixie was
what did you do,
only making,
Trixie?
like, jokes at her expense. Anyway, Trixie came to that tree because Trixie has been waiting for you.
Waiting for me?
Yes, Trixie. I
Love his art style,
have
by the
been
way.
wanting to talk to you.
Dropping the third pony, are we?
It's just a stage act. Granted, it's a stage act I do a lot even outside of performances and can regularly switch on and off, but it's still just an act for the stage. You don't really think I'm that egotistical, do you?
Do you want the honest answer or the make you feel good answer?
You haven't changed one bit. Well, you do seem to have gotten a bit colder, but you're still as sarcastic as those days in Magic Primary.
Before you and your father ruined my life, you mean? Yeah, I haven't changed a bit.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about, actually.
What's there to talk about? You got your dad to bribe one of the officials to get you in instead of me. End of story.
I had nothing to do with it. I benefited from it, but I said nothing to my father. He did it all on his own. And I don't think he even intended to replace you or anything.
Right. That explains the whole history of the feud between our clans, eh?
Nova Stairs and Lulamoons and their eternal rivalry. Forever trying to see who's a better name in magic. Not to mention your constant desire to do better than me in school.
I am sorry for what happened, Nova. I promise I had nothing to do with it.
Really? No change in energy? Oh, so she's not lying.
I'm sorry too, Trixie. All this time I really thought you were the one behind it all.
But do you really understand how I felt when I found out that all my hopes and dreams were crashing down? I got my cutie mark taking that test, Trixie. In one glorious moment, I just knew that I loved reading and casting spells, and I passed the school's entrance exam. It was my chance to really shine. I could finally pursue what it was that made me special.
And in one moment, all that was ripped from me, courtesy of your father, who couldn't bear the thought of his darling little filly missing the cut by that much.
You want to know the truth of that, Nova? I didn't want to go to Celestia's school. I didn't want to become a master of magic. Magic helps me at my job, but I don't want to cast the boring and practical spells. My cutie mark is about being a showmare. In the past, I saw that ponies loved celebrities who lorded it over them, and I tried to emulate them. It got me nowhere, and it only made me miserable. And it may or may not have contributed to my little feud with Twilight. But lately, I've realized I enjoy making other ponies happy. In that moment, I knew what the right thing was to do, and I didn't do it because I wanted to make my father proud. I knew it was the wrong decision, but it was too late. So I intentionally bombed out.
You bombed out because you felt sorry for me? That's really it?
That's it. Like I said, I didn't want to go to Celestia school.
When I heard you had flunked out, I admit, I felt happy at your expense. Just felt like karma, you know?
I know the feeling. Something wrong?
Yeah. Give me a moment.
What's going on?
Something's off.
What do you mean something's off? Everything seems alright to me.
No, it's not that. It's my magical resonances. They're still around.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, right. You don't know. Basically, I can sense energy. Very useful for detecting hidden spells and enchantments, as well as seeing if someone's lying to me or not.
So it works like a lie detector? I was wondering why you accepted what I said so fast.
Magical resonances are supposed to wear off over time. Strange that they're all still here.
Interesting.
Strange. I guess the simple fact that I cast magic to levitate them around so often in the past has kept them sustained until now.
What book is it you're searching for?
A book on alchemistic magical theory. Only one I have, and it's bound in bright red.
Is it?
Be careful! I quite like my books. And yes, that does appear to be it.
Everfree Forest, huh? Later.
Try, I found it in this book!
You're an hour early.
What do you mean?
I
Speaking
mean,
even faster than I usually do.
I accounted for all 6 hours of the hike to and from Nathan round trip, and this is assuming you didn't stay at your house for longer than 5 minutes to look. You're back in Ponyville, and a 6-hour trip only took you 5 hours and 5 minutes.
Twilight, that doesn't matter. Look what...
It doesn't matter? Did you teleport? How could you have made it all the way there and back using only 83% of the time it takes to get there and back?
I ran. Can you not see or smell that I'm sweating up a storm? Now my legs are about to
collapse.
Give out.
That too.
That doesn't look good.
Spike, go fetch me an elixir of energy from the medicine cabinet.
If Nova ran track like I did,
You are a thick-headed stallion.
probably
You
had a
know
lot more
that?
stamina.
Ow.
You ran all the way here, and based on just how wild and jerky your legs appear to be, you used an energy transfer spell. Do you have any idea how reckless it was to do that?
It's important. I found something you might like to see. Oh, by the way, the alchemy book is the red one.
Thanks. So this green one? I assume this is where it's found?
It is. Turn to page 394. Start about halfway down the page.
Yes, it is a
Thanks, Spike.
Harry Potter reference, if you guys are wondering.
Ugh. What was that?
Twilight
Sensu
makes
bean!
elixirs of energy whenever she wants to pull all-night study sessions and energize entire body parts.
Oh, nice.
So basically, a sensu bean.
Probably shouldn't get up though. It still hurts.
One elixir is meant to restore energy to a moderately worn body part. You had 4, and all of them were in fairly bad shape. You're lucky I happen to have several of them. If I hadn't, you very well could have suffered much worse.
Ah, you really do care about me.
Where's Trixie?
She's coming. She wanted to stick around in Naden for a bit before heading back.
Why?
This brings us on to the topic of Everfree City, the original capital of Equestria before modern-day Canterlot. The city nowadays is nothing more than a crumbling ruin, and as far as archaeologists are aware, only 4 buildings from the old times still stand. Naturally, the castle of the Royal Pony Sisters, where Princess Celestia and Princess Luna ruled, is one
Right.
of them.
Yeah.
However, the other 3 are much more ambiguous in nature. There exists in the proximity of the province of Brayton a tower, believed to have been used as a watchtower in case of attacks from King Sombra's empire to the north. There's also a building about 5 miles to the southeast that archaeologists believe to be an old barracks for the Royal Guard based on a few artifacts found inside. Third, however, is probably the most mysterious ruin still standing, even more so than the castle of the Royal Pony Sisters. The design of the place is nothing more than what appears to be a Pegasi-inspired temple ruin. But due to several magical traps placed on several large stone doors found inside, archaeologists have deemed that place unsafe and have abandoned all attempts to uncover the mysteries of what the building is for.
Interesting.
However, due to some very old documents that were obtained in 946 A&M by the Manhattan Institute of Magic, the name has been determined to be the Everfree
A&M
Vault.
after 9 Moon.
Your book's a 2 within date.
What are you talking about?
This is an older edition of the book that you have.
I looked through that book several times over
smug
the last
face.
month, and it isn't in there. You might want to consider stocking up with some older copies.
Relevant information had actually been removed from a newer edition of a book? For the greater good of books everywhere, it's clear that I need to take a pilgrimage to wherever Random House Books is and teach the CEO a lesson in edition changing. What are you doing?
Heading to catch a train.
Why do you need to catch a train?
More research. The Crystal Empire's library is over 1,000 years old after all.
If it doesn't have
so
any
many
then
to
current
Crystal Empire.
information on Everfree City and those
I mean,
vaults, I don't know anywhere that will.
That makes sense, actually, but why now? And are you just going to leave and head back to Nathan when you're done?
Is that disappointment I hear?
No. Do you even know if a train's heading that way tonight?
I ran by the station on my way here. I've got an hour. Figured I was going to board early and sleep on it.
A good idea. Get a caboose seat. They have beds. Also, if you'll give me a second, I'll have Spike write a letter to my brother and sister-in-law.
Oh, that's right. I had forgotten about that. But why do you need to let them know?
Well, they are the Crystal Princess and Crystal Prince consort. Maybe they'll be able to help? How much did you think this through?
I don't know. I didn't think I'd actually get this far. Story of my life, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh boy. Just relax for a moment, okay?
Huh.
You don't have to do this, you know? You could have just carried me with magic.
No can do. The elixir's still in your system. Mixing too much magic with potions can have dangerous side effects.
Thanks.
It's no problem.
The drool.
stallion I was carrying. Make sure he drinks this after he wakes up.
Can do, ma'am. The white unicorn with the blue mane and the caboose, right?
That's him. He's heading for the Crystal Empire.
Right. Have a good evening,
Oh,
ma'am.
they said the white unicorn with the blue mane and the caboose, not in the caboose. Hey, it's
Hello, mister. Did you need mail to be delivered? Or are you here to pick something up?
No, I'm just here to have something delivered. Here.
It'll be about 3 days before your letter will be delivered. Tomorrow is when the next train to Canterlot is, and that's when they'll pick up the mail. Day after it'll be sorted, and then after that it'll be delivered. If this is very important, I suggest you just take the train tomorrow and tell whomever it is you want to meet this information.
Very realistic.
Thank you, miss, but I assure you, he's
Like
expecting
the
this letter
shading
any
and
day.
coloring on the
Plus,
mains.
I've got somewhere I need to be off to in about 30 minutes.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you for using the Equestrian Postal Service. We'll always make sure your package is moving in the general direction of your destination.
It's a general direction.
Most of the time.
Oh, Derpy. But that was Katie Patterson voicing Derpy, by the way. If you guys remember, Daughter Discord.
I think this week's going to go by way too fast.
You're telling me.
Aegis? What are you doing here?
Aegis.
I'm on paid leave, actually. For the next 7 days, I'm up here to let Shining Armor study my set of armor so that he and the Crystal Empire generals can come up with a set of their own for the guards. I get paid for some R&R.
Sounds like a hell of a plan. This will be great. You and me on vacation at the same time?
Yes, well, don't you have your own work to be doing? Follow me. I'll lead you to where you'll be staying. So, how are you and your mare friend holding up?
She's not
Time
my
to play
mare
to spot
friend.
the Pony Sonus.
Seriously, what's with ponies assuming that?
Keep lying to yourself, Nova. If you look to your right, you'll see one of the more surprising things about the Empire. They seem to have a serious thing for Twilight's pet dragon.
He's not a pet.
He's not a pet.
He's her assistant. And his name is Spike, by the way.
Oh, my mistake. You always seem to be little.
Seeing the
more
statue
than a
just reminds me of
servant
that
whenever I
skit
saw
from
him.
Well,
Pony's
from what I
Anthology.
understand, she didn't really appreciate him
Remember
as much as
me,
Prince Camelot, so for her, he kind of was.
Speaking of, I hear you're living in Ponyville now.
I thought I mentioned that in my last letter.
I haven't had time to decipher it. The letter's incredibly long and it takes me a good hour to decode those things. Really, he's not intercepting the mail. I don't see why you keep using that code.
Decipher, decode, and decrypt all mean different things, Aegis. The correct one to use here would be decrypt.
Whatever the damn word is. Takes me too long to do it, so I haven't yet.
Where are we going anyway?
The Crystal Spire. Lucky schmuck. It was the princess's orders that you're staying there.
Ugh, great. Is there no way for me to stay in a normal inn?
Ooh.
You mean to tell me you would rather stay at a normal inn than at the Crystal Bucking Spire? I mean, I know you declined Canterlot Castle a couple of months back, but this is...
Aegis, for once, this actually has nothing to do with my father. Well, it has a tiny bit to do with him and only indirectly, but let's just say that I'm not terribly fond of cadenza and leave it at that, shall we?
You are such an unbelievable sod.
What do you have against
know
Cadence?
And I'm also still successfully avoiding my father.
This way.
Oh, there's Screwball.
This place has got to be worth more than every drop of my blood.
Come along.
Probably.
This one has the elegance of our race, coupled by the practicality of the equestrian armor.
While I agree that it does focus on the elegance of the armor, as a soldier myself, I can say with confidence that it lacks satisfactory protection in several areas, such as the undercarriage.
General Zircon, the armor you're advocating appears to focus more on emphasizing the beauty of our race rather than the protection of our ponies.
But we cannot just copy the equestrian armor. The only two here who could enchant it with the same spells as that armor would be our prince and princess. Of course, not accounting for any enchanters Princess Celestia would send to us.
Pardon the interruption, but I am here to present Knight Apprentice Novashine.
How do you do?
It's good to see you again, Novashine.
And you as well, Prince Consort. What's all this?
As Aegis undoubtedly told you
Look
on
like
the
twins.
way here, we're working on creating a set of armor for the Crystal Legion. While they have fully integrated into Equestrian society, the Crystal Ponies have been moving to create a local guard. which will also serve as their segregated branch of the military, similar to the Pegasus Dragoons, the Earth Ponies Ground Shakers, and the Mystic Knights of the Unicorns. We're currently working on devising a set of armor for them that will feature cues from the standard equestrian set.
Kind of like how Celestia and Luna both have their own sets of guards?
Sort of. This will be kind of a mixture. Basically, think of it like Princess Luna's nightmares, where they only answer to her, and they're exclusively a division to Thestrals. Though, if I can recall, there's this young Pegasus who's been trying to get into the nightmares for the last couple of months now.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
I like this one. The armor looks like a weapon in itself. The pony would simply have to put it on and charge straight at the enemy and... Why is everyone glaring at me?
Forgive him. He's never been in the Crystal Empire before.
So, how did I just inadvertently insult everyone?
The armor you selected, Sir Knight Apprentice, is that of the Imperial Legions, the forces of Sombra.
Oh.
Fear not, we understand, don't we, gentle coats? But do try to read some of the supplemental information next time, won't you?
Wow. How could I have been so stupid?
I'll show him to his room, dear. You can keep debating this.
This one looks kind of like Disney.
Thanks, honey.
Aw. Completely different reactions.
How have you been?
Alright.
That's good. I was wondering how you coped after the wedding.
Well enough. Did things normal ponies did. Watched football, worked some jobs, got magically educated by one of the 2 diehards of the land. But of course, you already know all this, don't you?
Actually, I did not. I told you at the wedding about how I stopped watching you the day Princess Luna took you on as her student.
But yeah,
didn't
he was at the wedding.
I don't remember. I just remember you lecturing me like you always do. And let me guess, like you're going to do now.
Do you truly believe I lecture you simply because I enjoy it?
No. I think you lecture me because you just can't let me live my own damn life.
I do want you to live your own life, but I want you to live your own life free from the hatred you've kept in your heart for so long. It's not healthy to keep carrying that around, Nova.
You're doing it again. Every time we meet, you see it fit to lecture me. Can't let an opportunity pass up, can you?
I just want what's best for you.
Bullshit!
I do!
Language, young man!
Look, Nova, you may not believe me when I say this, but you are really more than just a project to me.
Good to know I'm not just a project. I'm your Grandmaster project to impress Celestia. Is that it?
That's not what I mean, and you know it.
Impress Celestia?
You're like a little brother to me. You know that? After all those years of keeping an eye on you, I started to care about you just as much as I do Twilight.
I'm like a little brother to you. I've only met you all of 6 times. 7 if you include right now.
Yes, actually, we may only have met several times, but you're forgetting I kept watch over you, even when we didn't actually meet.
Sure, a lot of stairs.
I'm touched, Cadenza. But if you're thinking that admission will make me like you just like that...
I never expected it to. And for goodness sake, Nova, for the 7th time, call me Cadence.
As you wish, Cadenza. Hey! Why can't all our meetings be like this? Why couldn't we only have a bit of fun just one time? Everything has to be a serious confrontation whenever we meet.
Unfortunately, you're right. You probably already know what I'm going to say right now, don't you?
Here we go.
I don't know what I can say that will drive the point across, Nova. It feels like I've said everything there is to say already.
Good. That means you can stop now, and we can try to have a normal, non-serious conversation for once.
Nova, please, just hear me out.
No! You hear me out!
Oh.
Do you really think I'm just going to let 12 years of being ignored and unloved be forgiven just like that?
No,
Do you think I'm going to forget the 7 years they put me through after that? Do you know what kind of torture I had to go through every day because I couldn't indulge myself in my own special talent?
Nova, I know.
How can you ask me to forgive them even after all that? And not just them, Tantalus too. Do you know what he took from me?
Tantalus?
He took my life from me. My happiness. My future. My...
Do you not wish for this pain to go away? Your tirade made it quite clear it still pains you, even after all these years. Do you not want it to go away? Are you content to hold on your anger and pain while it slowly destroys you?
I'm not forgiving them. Ever.
I never asked you to know.
You're really adamant about that.
Though, I wish you would. I have only hoped that you would learn to go
Whatever his
past your
parents
hate
or this Tantalus
and leave
did
the
to him.
past in the past, and not let your experiences taint your relationships with other ponies.
Pretty sure we're gonna find out later in the story.
The tighter you grip a thorn, the more it cuts into you, and the more you bleed.
Right.
It's true.
Long story short, you want me to start loving ponies, is that it? Because you and I both know love isn't some magical force independent of our control. I'm well aware of the magic revolving around it, and of the changeling's ability to feed off the emotion, but that's all it is. A bunch of chemicals in the body making you feel that way.
Well, with that out the way,
That's kind of a depressing outlook on
there's
love.
one other reason I chose to show you your room.
And that would be?
Something concerning Twilight. What I am about to tell you, I only tell you because I trust that you will not misuse this information. Nova, I want you to promise me that you will never willingly use this information to cause her harm. Can you do that?
Cause her harm.
Why? I don't fancy shackling myself with promises.
Just do it. It's very important that you know of this.
Fine, fine. On my honor, I promise not to willingly use this information in such a way that would cause Twilight any harm. Satisfactory?
It is.
You're letting me stay here?
Wow, this art piece here does
Back
look
to what
like
I was talking about.
shining armor.
Like I said, I trust you not to misuse this information unless you have no
So maybe a little
other
less buff, I guess.
And if you break that promise, my husband is ex-captain of the Royal Guard. I trust I don't need to go into details.
No, you don't.
Very well. Allow me to get straight to the point. Twilight has feelings for you.
Run that by me again?
Twilight Sparkle, your temporary landlord and your fellow student of one of the Diarchs, has feelings for you. Any thoughts?
Her loss.
Her loss? What do you mean by that?
Wow.
I can't stop her from having feelings for me, but that doesn't mean I have to return them.
Do you feel nothing at all for Twilight?
Are you trying to play matchmaker here? It was funny when it was her dad, but now it's actually getting kind of old.
Just answer the question.
Truthfully, I don't know. I can easily say we're good friends. I'll even say she's my best friend, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that we're anywhere near a romantic relationship. Her feelings are completely unrequited.
I guess I expected as much from you.
Why did you tell me this then?
Because you deserve to know. Twilight told me about it in her letters. She trusted me with the information, asking for advice on how to possibly court you. This being said, I tell you this because I know you wouldn't want to hurt her if you could help it.
Damn right I wouldn't. She's too good a friend, and considering my own experiences with betrayal...
Yes, that's what I thought. In that case, it is good that you know this. Now, I would suggest taking the time to think about how you act around her. If you truly don't have any feelings for her, you would do well not to lead her on or to say something hasty and break her heart. Remember what I said, and remember your promise.
Hey, Cadence?
Yes, Nova?
I never thanked you, you know?
You actually called her Cadence?
Paying for those classes in Manhattan.
You don't have to.
But I'd like to.
Classes in Manhattan?
So thanks.
In what?
You paying for those classes gave me the one good year in the midst of 7 bad ones.
You're most welcome, LBBFF.
Magic classes?
LB... what?
LB...
It's just something shiny in Twilight too.
Oh.
Little sister best friend forever, and big brother best friend forever. So I figured I'd call you little brother best friend forever.
LBBFF,
I don't know
okay.
about going that far.
Enjoy your vacation, and good luck on your research, Nova.
Well, that was touching at the end.
Trixie demands that you lower the temperature of the library. It is a burning 72 degrees in here. Trixie demands that it be
72
lowered
degrees
to
is hot for
68.
you, Trixie.
For goodness sake, Trixie, I just cast a cooling spell in the building.
Oh great, here we go again.
It's still too hot in here. Your magic isn't working. Let Trixie try it.
No! I don't want you screwing up a spell that causes all the books to receive permanent damage.
They're just books.
Some of them are priceless. I have several early editions of some of Star Swirl.
Blah, 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 blah. Nothing you're saying is fixing the heating problem. I'm warning you right now, Twilight Sparkle. If you don't cool down this library off sooner, Trixie is going to start pulling these books off the shelves, 20 by 20, and just let them fall to the ground.
Wow.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, crud.
Oh boy.
Pick those up!
Or what?
Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that Nova is working on helping all of us with the nightmare problems, I'd toss you right out onto the streets.
Oh, come now, Twilight. Let's be honest here, shall we? We both know that you would never do something that you think he would disapprove of.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I saw the look you gave him on that first day. I saw you carry him on your back to the train station. I even
She saw that?
watched you tuck him in yourself with all the tender love and care in the world.
She saw all that? How'd she see all that?
Oh, quit lying, Twilight Sparkle. I can see it as plain as day. You clearly have feelings for Nova Shine.
So what if I do?
Admitting it.
How sweet. Should I or shouldn't I tell you?
Tell me what?
Oh, nothing. Something he told me when we were on the road to Nathan a couple of days back.
What?
Well, first, just let me say, Twilight. I really think it's quite sweet that you've got a crush on your dear, sweet roomie. But I just think you should really not waste your time with him.
Waste my time with him? What? Don't tell me you're looking to try to court him, too.
Oh, hell no! You wouldn't have me. It's not after what happened in the past, but I know Nova better than you, and
Wow.
trust me, Starbuck.
I feel so loved.
Your time chasing after him. Want to know what he told me?
Doesn't matter what I say. You're gonna tell me anyway, aren't you?
Well, since you asked, he told me, and I quote, I have no feelings for her. Never have, never will.
Lies. Twilight. Wait.
Twilight!
Does she have wings? Oh, this was supposed to be before season 3. Or during season 3.
Happened. That was low, even for you, Trixie.
Trixie doesn't even know.
Honey, I'm home.
Winter's coming.
Good to know.
The Heartbreaker returns.
Hey, Spike. What happened here?
Oh, so now you care about Twilight?
I didn't... What? How does asking what happened in the library suddenly translate to me suddenly caring about Twilight?
You said something's got Twilight locked in her room crying.
I did? What did I say exactly?
Something about how you didn't like her? Can't remember exactly what. Though come to think of it, knowing Twilight, it probably wasn't what was said, but the way Trixie said it.
Right. This reeks of high school fake drama. Where is she?
Twilight? In her room. Why? You're not gonna go and make her feel worse, are you?
Far from it.
What is it now, Spike?
Hey, are you alright?
Ooh! Ow!
Oh my gosh! I am so sorry!
It's alright.
No, it's not alright. I could have seriously hurt you.
You might have. I'm fine, Twilight. Really.
What you said to kill instead of stun?
It's alright. See? Perfectly whole. But do try not to do that.
I really do groan a lot in this
I feel
episode.
like it might be just a bit detrimental to my health.
I'm sorry.
Twilight, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I attacked you, though. I don't know. I just reacted. It was stupid of me to do that.
Fine. If you want to blame yourself, then blame yourself. I won't stop you. But if you want to make it up to me, how about you tell me what got you in this state?
Trixie and I were civil at first, but after about half a day, she started making demands. The second day, our fuses were a lot shorter, and we would get into arguments over the littlest things. And on the third day, we got into an argument over something completely silly, and I just got out of hoof. She turned it into...
It's fine. You don't have to tell me. I already know.
Did I do that? Or did he do that? I keep saying I.
I do. I told her nothing about our
Did he do
relationship.
that little
I haven't discussed it with anyone
poke
but
thing with the
Princess
horn?
Cadence.
You spoke to Cadence?
I did. She She wanted to know about how I felt about you. Wanted to make sure I treat you right, no matter what.
I'm sorry, you must think I'm just really silly after all of this.
Hardly. You and I are both very logic-oriented. We like facts, thoughts, and logic, but in the end, we're both still ponies, and we both have feelings that can be hurt, just like anyone else.
Yeah.
Was she right? Was Trixie right when she said you felt nothing towards me? Never have and never will?
I don't know. I promise it isn't a cop-out or something. Recent events have pretty much forced me to start re-examining our relationship.
What recent events?
For starters, that little show you made of putting me on your back when you could have simply carried me with magic. I examined the ingredients with a little know-how from my teacher, Twilight. It seems you just wanted to carry me to the train. But that wasn't the only thing. After I realized you had feelings for me, a lot became clearer. And I had to start considering how I felt about you because I don't want to lead you on or start a relationship when I don't actually have feelings for you. But at the same time, I don't want to just shatter your heart into a million pieces.
Nova, did Cadence tell you I had feelings for you? You don't have to lie to me. I know you've been pretty thick, even when I haven't exactly been hiding it over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, Cadence told me. Been spending the last few days relaxing, finding out information on every vaults, and simply thinking about what's to become of us.
What's to become of us? Or just... us?
Us, I think. It's not going to be the same after all this. Like I said, I don't want to lie to you and lead you into a relationship. I'm not sure if I want to be in one, but I don't want to just break it to you bluntly if I don't.
Just be honest with me. It sounds like you're trying to talk your way out of opening up about how you feel, whether it be what I want to hear or not.
I don't just open up on command, Twilight. Not after some of the things I've been through growing up. Yeah, he's pretty closed off.
I've been nothing but honest with you since I came here.
Then why not? I mean, what's stopping you from going on a couple of dates with me?
I don't...
The whole point of the first few dates is supposed
like
to be
the
about
heart rate
learning more
monitor
about each other.
in the background.
If we go on these dates and you still don't think you want to enter into an actual relationship, alright then. But it just feels to me like you don't want to risk disrupting the status quo when it's well beyond disrupted.
You're right, I don't. I like what we had. You're my best friend, and I don't say that lightly. Looking back on it, if there was some stage between best friends and actually dating, that place was about there, and I was happy with that. But this whole thing is just... I don't know. I don't want to risk losing a friendship I like having when most of my friendships don't end well. And given my history with love in general, I feel like the odds are ever out of my favor.
Can we not at least see where it goes?
I'll make you a deal. If you're willing to give me time,
interesting animation.
I'll think about it. If I can come up with a good reason why we shouldn't do this, then no. I want to at least see where it goes. But if I can't...
Your length of time is arbitrary and completely subjective.
Twilight, if there's anything you should know about me, you should know I'd never drag out something that's been finished. You have my word. If I just can't think of anything, you'll be the first to know, and we'll try a couple of dates out. But this doesn't mean it'll continue past that. If I don't feel like our relationship will go anywhere, it's off. Got it?
I know. I understand you might not have the same feelings for me, but I still want to at least try.
I understand. Well, now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and bring Trixie in. Spike!
Oh boy.
Can you go get Trixie so I can tell you all what I found out?
Look, Sparkle, I don't know what Trixie did, but Trixie is sorry for whatever it is that made you so angry at me.
Lies! I know you meant every word.
Trixie is, for once, actually sincere in her apologies. Trixie has no idea what made you so angry at me, but Trixie is actually sorry about it.
Wait a minute. Something's not right here. Did Trixie say whatever she did, and was that the reason you were in here crying the last few days?
Of course. What's up?
Trixie, did you do anything that Twilight is accusing you of?
Of course not. Unless she is accusing Trixie of arguing over the temperature of the library.
No, that can't be right then.
Nova, what's going on?
Deny it again.
Trixie said nothing to intentionally hurt or insult Twilight Sparkle.
Accuse her.
She flat out told me that you had no feelings for me in a blatant way to break my heart.
That is impossible. And yet, here it is happening.
What's impossible?
You both are telling the truth.
But she is lying!
Trixie keeps telling you that she is not! How many times has Trixie—
Look, just because it came out that way doesn't mean we have two conflicting realities here. Maybe Trixie did say it, and at the same time, maybe Trixie legitimately doesn't remember for some reason. It raises a problem I don't want to have to deal with right now, but one that I do want to look into later. However, we have something more important to talk about. I know where the vaults are.
Wait a minute. How can you tell if we were both telling the truth?
My energy sensing.
Yep.
When a pony lies, the body undergoes a slight reaction, one that my energy sensing can pick up on. If they try to cover it with
Kinda
magic,
like,
I sense the magic. It's not infallible,
Bruno from
but it's incredibly difficult
JoJo
to
Part
fool.
6.
Anyway.
Part 5.
How do you even know if these ever-free vaults will help us?
And
Except
why
I don't have to
haven't
lick
I heard
people.
much about them? Surely if they were important enough to house an artifact that could be responsible for these nightmares, you'd think it would warrant more than a passing mention in an old version of a history textbook.
It's very troubling, I'll give you that. Again, something to be researched at a later date. But right now, more important things.
Oh, and to answer your question, Trixie, we don't know if it can help us. Nova just thinks it's a good place to start looking for what's causing the nightmares.
Twilight, please. Anyway, I know where it's at now. And while I don't have a good grasp on the kind of traps that'll be found inside, since it would seem these vaults used to function as a banking center and thus they couldn't reveal their security, it would seem there were many attempted break-ins, but all ended in failure. Now, as for where the vaults are,
Nice
this
map.
is current to within 10 years. Ponyville is here. Nathan is here. The Everfree Forest is this giant green splotch that takes up the left side of the map.
Yep.
The jagged line here is Braden's border, and all the way up here is Trottingham.
So, where are the vaults?
Right here. You'll notice that it's a lot closer to Trottingham than it is to Nathan or Ponyville.
Yeah.
So if we're going to explore these ruins, we'd probably need to lodge there, so as not to
I'm
spend
guessing a
several
little circle
hours
right there
hiking
near
back
the
to
train
Ponyville.
tracks and the river is the Castle of the Two Sisters.
About a week or so to make reservations. However, with that being said, pack your bags, ladies. We're going to Braden.
To be continued. Suzuku.
Hello, Twilight Sparkle.
Oh yeah, the song. I forgot about this.
What are you doing here? I hate you. I hate you. You think that you are so smart? Yeah, right. You don't even know what you're doing.
You cheat, you lie, and you don't even care.
Oh, I don't, do I? I will not shed a tear.
You jerk.
You dork. I never. Your point, you never seem to know what you're doing. You think you're so smart with your dragon.
You think you're so great, you have no talent.
Illiterate.
No, you.
And you're a Mary Sue. Oh, I cannot wait to end this, to stop this nightmare.
And here comes me, right
Come
here.
on now, stop fighting. We still have to prepare. You both are driving me to fall into despair. Why can't you find a way to agree? There is too much at stake to lose. We know we don't get along, but let me say, behave and try to stop this nightmare.
Try to stop this nightmare.
Just wait, we should do what we can. And I have the perfect plan. We're off to Trottingham.
Let's go on to Trottingham as fast as we can.
Ugh, please, just get on with the show. Let's go. We will find a way to end the mess that we are in. Now tell us, how do we stop this nightmare?
Love that part at the end. Alright. Well, that was episode 4 of ASC, The Apprentice, Student, and Charlatan. Love and Hate. And yeah, that's an accurate title for this episode. So, a lot happened in this 55-minute episode. Well, the main thing is that we found, well, there's like 3 main things, really. Trixie's with us now. She has nightmares too, just like Twilight and Nova. Nova finally knows about Twilight's feelings for him, which, I mean, he's kind of dense when it comes to that kind of stuff, but then again, I am too, so I can't blame him. And we also know that whatever is giving three of them the nightmares is probably coming from the Everfree Forest, from this temple that Nova found out about in the book. And we're going to be heading there in the next episode, which, if I remember correctly, is looking to be uploaded within the next couple months. I know it's set around Christmas, so I think True's been trying to get it up around Christmas. Actually, is episode 5 out yet? I didn't even think about that. I'm just gonna look it up real quick. It's been so long since I downloaded this episode to react to it. I didn't even think to look up if episode 5 is out yet. Yeah, I know, I'm a bad voice actor. I'm sorry, True. Come on, internet. Alright. I might just cut this part out so I'm not talking. Okay, yeah, no. Episode 4 is the latest one, so yeah, episode 5 should be coming out hopefully soon. Yeah, True's been kind of busy with stuff, like life, just like me. So yeah, forgive her, but she's working on it. She's still working on it hard. Episode 5 should be coming out soon, like I said. And if you guys don't mind, please go subscribe to her. And if you guys really don't mind, you can subscribe to all the other voice actors and actresses that are part of the crew, and all the artists on DeviantArt and all this stuff. So yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. And I still have a bunch of other audio drama episodes to react to besides this. So this hopefully open the floodgates. So yeah, with that, I'm Speedy Tempo, and I'm out. See you guys.
So beautiful, like lights up in the sky.